Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Whoa, that is loud. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Art of the Hero with Mike S. Miller. Wenger, you're going to have to turn the mute YouTube. Oh. You're going to have to turn the...
Yeah, that was, I had my headset in the wrong port. When you take your dongle, when you take your dongle and you stick it in the wrong hole, it's a bad situation.
Okay, you've still got YouTube. Oh wait, is that me?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was me.
That's okay. We both did it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've never met this young man before, but we know of each other. So, Wenger, introduce yourself to my audience, and then everybody knows me. So, what's up with you, young man?
Hello, I'm Matt Wenger. I write comics, very funny comics. I do fantasy comedy is what my niche. So if that's cool, my current comic that I'm crowdfunding is called Super Harem. It's about a guy with magic jizz. So any woman he sleeps with gets superpowers.
And that is why it has not been on my channel.
Well, it's actually pretty wholesome if you read it.
Yeah. Okay, kids, just stick your fingers in your ears for this.
Yeah.
At any rate.
The art is awesome too.
The art is awesome too?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys want to check that out, it's on Indiegogo. So Wenger had volunteered. Adam Friended was like bugging me again about doing a debate, as if I'm scared of debating Adam. It's like, and somehow or another Wenger got involved. I guess he volunteered to debate, and I'm like sitting here. I just finished writing a script, and I was like,
I want to argue.
I want to argue with somebody. So Wenger says he has some questions for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him get the ball rolling. What's up, buddy?
I'll just say to start off with, I like the shirt. Very cool. I'm digging it. I'm a guy who I actually would like to heal the divide. I've reached across the aisle. I've talked to people that are on the other side. I'm what JDA would call Team Cyberfrog. I'm Ethan.
I'm gonna pause you right there. I'm not on anybody's side.
Well, frame it however you want.
Side, but I'm just me being me. I'm friends with people on every side of the whatever. Fine. I am not. No, because that's what irritated me was Ethan and John trying to put me on the side because I didn't want to be CG. So suddenly I can't just be not CG. I'm anti-CG. And I'm like, the freaking hell?
Well, I'm fine with whatever.
Over into some anti thing. I just don't want to be associated with essentially with War Campaign.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that later. What I was saying is, you can call it whatever you want. I would like everybody to be friends. I think we're all on the same side ultimately in the culture war. We have the same goals. Then if we can't be friends, we can at least have a nice conversation like I hope to do here. So what was really on my mind, like you said, I don't really know you that well. You don't know me. But what I've witnessed is it seemed like that you got very angry because Ethan just said, I don't agree with the joke that you made. So I was wondering why that's such a big deal.
Are you talking about Pride is a Sin?
Yeah, I don't know why we're
going to go all the way back there.
Yeah, that's what I want to know about it. That's where this all started.
Okay, were you there at the time?
Yeah, I've been a part of CG since the beginning.
Okay. It wasn't, I didn't like the joke. Ethan, without contacting me personally and privately, after this was up there for 5 days and everybody had ignored it, it was just a who cares at this point thing. Ethan dredged it up and threatened me repeatedly.
What did he say?
Live on Twitter. Well, let's see. If he doesn't knock this S off, it's going to be a cold 2020. That's the. Let's see the cold 2020 guys in the chat.
Is it cold? It's
I
pretty
made an
cold
emoji out of
here.
it. Or, and then after about 5 tweets where he was just viciously berating me in public, he went on that night and had a 3-hour-long pig pile. You probably watched that episode, right? It was Ethan, Tug, Kyung, Yellow Flash. I don't know who else was on there, but they were just freaking tearing me up and down for 3 hours straight about what a horrible, horrible homophobe I am. So, yeah, it's not Ethan just didn't like my tweet.
Okay. Were you invited to this stream?
No, I was in the middle of Friday Night Auctions.
Yeah. Well, I would say that's inappropriate to do a stream like that and just talk crap about you.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be my friend, right?
Yeah.
Is that the action of a friend?
Like I said, I would say it's inappropriate.
Is it inappropriate? But if this wasn't Ethan, if this was somebody else, you heard about this happening with random people, would you think that was someone's friend doing that to them?
No. Like I'm saying, it's inappropriate. I wouldn't have done that.
All right. I agree with you. What's your next question?
So that's the issue that you have, is that they had that stream.
Well, I forgave Ethan for that. We had that other tete-a-tete where beforehand I got on with Ethan and Edwin, and we kind of just hashed it out, and he's just, it was really funny because he says I was being all smug about it, but it wasn't smug, it was concern, because Ethan is like, well, it's you don't want to piss off the gays, and I'm like, brother, the gays are 3% of the population. The Christians, by polling in CG, are 75% of your audience. You just pissed off 75% of the audience in order to defend 3% of the audience. I was worried about Ethan, and that's why I went on that stream and we did damage control. But my damage control was about him, not me. I can piss off 3% of everybody. I don't care. 3%? It's nothing. You piss off 75% of the audience, you can't take all of those people back. Not all of them are going to come back. And they didn't.
Why do you
lost a lot of support that day? I promise you.
So saying I think this joke doesn't represent me, that pisses people off, you think?
I'm sorry, rephrase?
Because what I would do if I was in his position and somebody that I was allied with told a joke that I thought was inappropriate, I would just say, look, I don't think that they should be saying that. That doesn't represent me. And just politely like that. If that had been the case, would you still be angry?
Well, no. If Ethan had DM'd me and talked to me about it privately.
No, I'm saying that's what I personally would do, would make a public statement. I don't agree with this.
Why?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm making a hypothetical. If somebody I was allied with in that way that you and Ethan were told a joke that I felt like was inappropriate, that's the stance I would take. If Ethan had done that,
But
would you be
it's
angry?
funny. Ethan tells jokes I think are inappropriate all the time. I don't berate him on stream. I don't berate him on Twitter. Why is it okay for him to do something? Well, I don't know. You already said it was inappropriate. I agree with you. So I don't think we're at odds. Peyton
Okay.
keeps saying I'm lying, but he's not saying what I'm lying about. So it's funny. I've been doing this all day on Twitter. People saying that I've been lying. And then I'm like, could you please notate one lie? Any lie. One lie would be fine. Just go ahead and tell me. Give me a clip. Give me a screenshot. Show me something I've lied about. No one ever can offer anything. But here's the lie that I'm the liar.
Well, I'm not accusing you of
No,
lying.
I'm reading the chat. Look at
Yeah.
these people.
I'm asking you. I'm just asking your point of view on this situation.
I know. So, are we through that part, or was there? I want to make sure I answer your questions in full. So if I haven't, then please feel free.
I guess what I'm really curious about from somebody with your position is what you think. If you were Ethan, what would you do about war campaign? What do you think should be done about it? Because you seem to think that's a huge problem.
Well, I watched that show again just recently, and even all the particulars about the stuff with Praetorian and whatnot. I was watching the part where I was talking to Ro, right? And just him and me, him listening like a human being. And I was saying, look, dude, I get before Praetorian or anything or any of this stuff, I got DMs and messages all the time about war campaign, right? That it's driving people out of ComicsGate. Remember, I was 100% ComicsGate. I wanted ComicsGate to be the future, right? And you can go back and watch that stream. I'm talking to Ro and I'm saying, Ro, don't you get it? You're hurting the very thing that you're trying to protect, right? Ro's trying to protect ComicsGate, but he's trying to do it in a way that is pushing a bunch of people away. And you can't do that and protect. It's his purpose may have been noble, but his practice was destructive. And I was getting through to him. He was listening and he's like, yeah, I think you're, I get it. I think you're right. And then I was like, dude, I went after that stream. I was like elated after that stream that I had freaking gotten through and they understood, that the kind of behavior that War Campaign does on the regular has scared a bunch of freaking people away from ComicsGate.
What did Ro do specifically that ran people off?
Ro specifically. Well, on that very stream, he doxed Matt. Obviously, the constant relentless harassment with the dildo campaigns and all that stuff is not winning over people. I know, and I get it. There's people that like raunchy humor. When I was younger, I liked raunchy humor too. But that's not how you appeal to the widest possible audience. I had this discussion with a friend who's creating a comic book, and someone was asking, well, are you doing a rated R book? And I'm kind of art directing for him. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. Artistically, if you want to tell a story or something and it's got to be rated R, that's one thing. But if you are, there are people who will not buy a rated R movie, right? There are people who will not support a rated R book. Now, are there people who won't support a book if it's not rated R? I don't think so.
There absolutely are people who want to see
There's
that.
people who won't watch anything but rated R movies.
Yeah, they don't like family oriented stuff. They feel like that
It doesn't have to be family oriented.
Well, okay, that's
well, if it's rated G, that's
I'm not talking about G. I'm talking about PG, PG-13, whatever. As long as it doesn't cross a boundary into rated R. I don't know. I've never met someone who won't not watch a rated PG-13 movie because it's not rated R.
I know plenty of people that want to see that raunchy
I'm not
humor.
saying that they want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, will they not watch? Would they not go and watch a Marvel movie because it wasn't rated R?
I think it depends on the genre. I know plenty of people that won't watch a horror movie that's not rated
in
R.
their PG-13 section. But
You
that's
know,
not
I'm
what we're talking about. We're talking about just
horror.
entertainment.
Rated R horror is scary. If it's below that, it's not scary. People want to see rated R horror movies.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That is very niche, right? I'm just talking about
horror movies are a very popular genre.
I'm just talking about in general. You're talking about a particular genre, right?
Yeah,
genre is
what matters.
What do you need? It's a conversation, Elijah. Just shut up. Anyways, my point being that you want to, if the point of ComicsGate is what it was for everyone, then creating an atmosphere where people are threatened with freaking dildo memes and just the most vulgar of insults on the regular. How is that appealing to everyone?
Well, that's the internet. You know, there's a large group of people in the war campaign, and you can't tell them, hey, you can't do that, because they're not going to listen. They're just going to stop watching your content and buying your comics. Because they're on the internet to have fun. They don't want to be scolded.
Okay. Why are they ComicsGate's police?
How are they the police?
They're the CG gatekeepers, man.
So because they're making memes where there's dildos on your head, you can't sell.
It's not about me, dude. It's not about me. I don't care. I blocked them all. I don't see that stuff. It's not about me.
How does it affect you?
It's not about me. That's what you guys. That's what I don't know. Everyone seems to think this is about me. This was about me trying to do what was best for ComicsGate. That's what that whole thing was about.
Well, if you can block them and then it doesn't matter anymore, why can't other people do that?
I feel like you're not understanding my point.
I guess not. They're the gatekeepers.
Is the point of ComicsGate that we're trying to grow an audience for everybody?
Well, I want comics in the most hands possible. So,
right.
Yeah.
So
our goal is to save comics.
I agree. That's what it was. And if there's a cabal of Elijah, can you just what? Okay, well, just ignore us then. My point of ComicsGate was to make it open and available to everybody, or as many people as possible. We're trying to build, right? And if you are actively, by your behavior, scaring people away from the movement, then you, by your behavior, are destructive to the movement itself.
But what you're saying is pretty much what SJW said when CG first started. Like, you've got this large group of people and some of them are doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and then everybody gets blamed for it.
No, I'm talking about very specific people. People were leaving ComicsGate because of War Campaign.
Yeah, well, I said exact. What did Rose specifically do that caused people to leave?
Does it matter at this point?
Well, yeah, it matters
No.
because you're
No.
blaming him for what his fans
I'm
do.
not the one blaming him. The people who were coming to me and telling me they had left or were leaving ComicsGate because of War Campaign were blaming War Campaign. I'm the messenger. I'm telling you the reality.
Okay, so you're Ethan. What do you do?
Well, I wanted Ethan to stop promoting War Campaign, encouraging War Campaign.
What would that look like? What does he say?
First of all, stop associating me with your campaign. Right? That's a good start. I don't want to be your Caesar. Stop calling me your Caesar. Stop pretending like you obey all my orders. Right? Disassociate. That's what I want.
Do you understand that that's a meme? He doesn't really think that he's Caesar. It's a joke.
Wenger. That's very naive of you.
I know, Ethan. We've been hanging out. It's a joke.
Okay. Whether or not it's a joke, people have that perception. Perception is reality. Right? So if to disassociate, you're telling them, stop associating yourselves with me. If your war campaign off there on your own, doing your own thing. I am not your Caesar. Mr. Hey, yeah, I'm not your Caesar. That's why I'm Caesar Caligula. Give me a freaking break, Wenger. No, he absolutely plays into that. And if you're just, well, your question is, if you're Ethan, what do you do? If I were Ethan and I cared about ComicsGate more than I cared about the freaking ego stroke I got from my little freaking dildo campaign, then yes, I would absolutely disassociate from them.
So you think somebody calls themselves Caligula and it's not a joke? What does that mean?
I think that's a funny a joke is calling yourself Adolf Hitler. You know who Caligula was?
Yeah, I'm big into Caligula. He's a pretty interesting character.
Let me read some chat. Hold on a second.
I don't. Okay.
Donut Swan for $5 is Mike. What percentage of this super chat are you going to give to Wenger? I'm only here because of him. So is 90% fair? You'll be getting a free 10%. That would actually cost me 20% because YouTube takes 30%. And no, if you don't want to super chat anymore, then feel free not to. Donut Swan, the Meg is done and ready to ship. Lie. I didn't say the Meg was done. I said the art and the lettering were done. If it was ready to ship, that would imply that I meant that it was done being printed. It was not even file ready for print. So that's not a lie. Everything I said was true. But thanks for the $2. Plum Logan said, clip the lie. Yep. Clip the lie, guys. Clip the lie. Let me get to YouTube Studio so I can try to keep a separate window open. Anyways, next question, or are we done with that one?
Oh, I see one that looks interesting in the chat. They want to know if you're going to ban Hikaru.
Ban him?
Yeah, he posted a penis to Pan.
Nobody's banned.
Okay. Nobody's banned, he says, guys.
Actually, no, I did ban someone today. So New Year's Eve, I unbanned everybody in a moment of forgiveness to give everybody a second chance. That's why there's so many war campaign in people right now.
Yeah, it's a fresh new year. That's good. I like that. A fresh new decade.
It is a fresh new decade. That is correct. So
how did you handle that? That's kind of a similar situation. You got your fans sending out penises to people. What did you say to him?
I told him that's not something I want representing my channel, and I took his wrench away.
Well, that's a good way to. Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
it's an adult way to handle someone when you have a disagreement with them. I talk to him in private. Dadgummit. What am I looking for here? Live streaming. Man, YouTube is so screwy now.
Yeah, they would completely destroy their platform.
I know, dude.
I thought surely once Trump was obviously censored on Twitter that he would finally get off his ass and do something.
Who? Trump?
Trump, yeah, he's getting shadow banned tweets, and he still won't do anything about the censorship.
Oh, really? Yeah, unfortunately, I've been so busy I haven't paid enough attention to politics lately.
Well,
I used to be a slave to the freaking talk radio. All right. Do you have further questions, young man?
Yeah, I guess I really just wanted to hear your point of view on this situation because I've only heard the other point of view.
Okay.
And like I said, I want to be a person that heals the divide if I can. So I got a lot of insight into what you've told me today. I appreciate it.
Sure. Was there anything else that you had questions about?
I can see if the chat has anything they want me to ask. I'm looking at it.
Sure. Yeah, I wasn't interested in a debate. I'm not trying to prove anything, you know. It's just if you've got questions, that's the thing. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of false narratives going around about just like you said, oh, Ethan just said, you know, that's not cool. That is not how that went down.
Well, look, that's how these things happen. You get these big Twitter beefs because people aren't really talking. They just kind of talk through proxies.
Mm-hmm.
You only get half of the information, if that.
Jay Japan says, quick, Mike, tell him about Jesus.
I am a Christian. So he doesn't have to do that. I love Jesus.
Do you have a particular denomination?
Yeah, I'm a Southern Baptist.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
Fire and Brimstone Baptist?
Oh, yeah, I live that.
Yeah?
You know, we had this, our preacher just retired.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sad about that because I really liked him, but he wasn't mean enough. So I was hoping we would get somebody that he wouldn't tell anybody that they're going to hell. And, you know, I want to hear that sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm used to.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Tennessee. I've been there a couple. That's a beautiful country.
Comic Books in Cahoots says, I'll back your book. I appreciate that. I am seeing we're going to have 2 chapters in it, and we have 100% finished on chapter 1. And I've started sending out PDFs of that to all my backers. So you'll be able to read it right away. I'm sorry, Mike. Did you ask me something?
No, I didn't. Pete Callan says for $2, congrats to John Malin reaching 31,000 in no time. Yeah, Backer Tracker has him going over 70 grand by the end of this campaign. Yeah,
that'll be good.
That's amazing.
I believe in that rising tide. When I see people doing well, I think that's going to come back to me. It's going to trickle down.
Yethna P for $2 said, are you going to stream with Adam Friended now? Adam actually has the link to this chat if he wants to pop in.
Yeah. We wanted to do it on his channel, but Mike decided we'll do it right now, and that's fine. However you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't care about debating. I enjoy actually talking to people I disagree with. I'm not sure. I don't know, dude. I've watched you talk smack about me on Ethan's show, so.
Yeah, I just talk a lot of shit. I think it's funny. You know?
Try not to swear on my channel, please.
Oh, okay. I talk a lot of doo-doo.
Lorenzo says, Adam Friendon doesn't argue in good faith. Adam's. I don't know. Adam's fun. Adam's fun. I do not dislike Adam. I think he says some pretty stupid stuff sometimes, but don't we all?
Yeah, everybody is wrong about something. That's why debate is good. I like these discussions because, like I was saying, you know, it's productive. You learn a lot about what the other person has to say, and also the audience really likes it. And I'm an entertainer at heart. I want the audience to have a good time, and that's what I'm really about.
Wait, Anna's in the room here? Why isn't she on the Jack show?
Maybe they finished. Did they finish, guys?
Usually that thing goes until everyone's passed out.
Well, you know, Cecil is sober right now.
Oh yeah, first month of the year.
Oh,
He might not have the same energy that he usually does.
Sheev Booger, what do you say? You unblock everyone on Twitter the day after mailing gets 30K. Weird having second thoughts leaving ComicsGate. No, I didn't unblock everyone on Twitter. I unblocked everyone on YouTube. Yeah, you're probably still blocked on Twitter. Donut Swan for $5 says, will you construct a midget railroad in my house like in Silver Spoons? The project had a large budget and we could use a messenger of your talents. I loved Silver Spoons. Remember, did you watch? How old are you?
You know, I am a big fan of old sitcoms. That's what I used to watch all the time is Nick at Night when I was a kid.
Oh,
I'd never seen
Silver
that
Spoons
one.
when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Little Ricky Schroeder and what's his face played Derek. What's his name? Bateman. Justin Bateman played
I
Derek.
think that show would have been in like a limbo for me because I would have been too little to watch it when it was on, and then it wouldn't be old enough to be on Nick at Night.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't have seen it. But I used to watch Bewitched and Welcome Back Carter.
Yeah.
And,
You know what? I never got into Carter.
Carter was probably my favorite. What did you ever see?
Hey, Mr. Carter.
Yeah, The Many Lives of Dopey Gillis.
Yes.
Yeah,
I loved Dobie Gillis.
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah. Boy, what else was it? I watched. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. You know, how old are you again? You didn't say.
I'm 38.
38. Oh, okay. So you're only 10 years behind me. Dude, I remember Happy Days, prime time. That's that's how old I am. Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley and MASH were on. I remember the last episode of MASH.
Yeah, that was the one that made everybody mad.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Outrage?
Not on the last episode. I remember the outrage when oh, you mean because Trapper left? No, that was the other one. Trapper left without saying goodbye, and everybody got upset about that because he like signed off of the book or of the show.
Because I wonder if that outrage would have been the same as like the Game of Thrones outrage now.
That's a good question. I know it's so different now. Everything is like under a magnifying glass, you know, constant people with the whole outrage culture just trying to tear apart every little thing. You know, I enjoy watching like what's his face, Mahler doing like EFAPs and stuff, but it's like watching a train wreck, right? It's like, you know, you shouldn't be enjoying it as much as you do because it really is just kind of dissembling all of our entertainment, but it's hard to look away.
Yeah, like a TikTok. You ever seen that
TikTok. I have it. Oh, it's not on this phone. On my old phone, I had TikTok. I was trying to put some art stuff up there because nobody has art stuff up there. So I'm like, maybe I can create a new niche here.
Yeah, maybe that can be your niche. You'll be the art guy on TikTok.
Donut Swan for another $2 says, are you descended from the ancient Menehune? I don't know what that is. Is that an insult?
Is he asking me or is he asking you?
I assume he's asking me. Are you descended from the ancient Menehune?
The minis.
Mini. Dang it. Oh, wait. Let me grab this and move it over here instead.
Phobic Zeno says, I thought turkeys could fly. When I was a kid,
WKRP in Cincinnati.
when I was a kid, I got attacked by this huge wild turkey and it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. No, that's a joke from WKRP in Cincinnati. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I don't remember it very well, though.
It was a Thanksgiving episode, and nobody knew they were doing this. But they had the WKRP traffic helicopter, and it was up in the sky, and they were doing this big publicity event. And then they opened up the side of the helicopter, and they threw all these turkeys out.
Oh.
And then that was the thing. The guy comes back into the studio, and he's like, I thought turkeys could fly. So funny. That's good stuff.
Good. Well, I'm going to go get in bed. I appreciate you having this conversation and having me on.
You got it, man. If you have any other questions, let me know.
Yeah, I pretty much learned what I wanted to learn. You were very open about it. So I think it was a productive conversation.
All right.
So I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on, Wenger.
All right.
Have a great night's sleep.
See ya.
All right. D loves all things for $1.99. Says Crypto Comics doxes people and he is your mod. Does he dox people? Do you have receipts of that? Yes, now P for $5 says, have you unbanned the word fudge in the chat? Yes. Since you will debate talk, will you now go live with Ro sometime soon? Yeah, I'd go on with Ro. I wouldn't go on his channel. That degenerate channel. Because honestly, that's the weirdest thing. I really feel like I was getting through to Ro on that conversation. I really felt like I was. Ro and Gat both dox people on Ethan's stream, says Lorenzo Sleestack. We do know that War Campaign dox me on their live stream, though, says Crypto Comics. Did Crypto dox someone, or is that a lie? Says Crypto. Risey Lee, $2. Can you prove that D loves? I don't know what that means, Risey Lee. Help me. Explain to me. Hold on. Let me get back to StreamYard so I can bring people's comments up. All right. Plenty of receipts for War Campaign doing so. You get through to sociopaths, Mike. That's true. Wait, don't wild turkeys fly? Yeah, Bianca, but I think they probably got these at the farm. The old farm. In real life problems, does anyone know about the bombing in Iran? I did read an article about that today. I am very curious where that's going to go. Why are we at war in the Middle East at all? Says Bianca fights the zombies. Well, you see, in 1978, 78, we failed to support the Shah of Iran in his fight against the Ayatollah Khomeini, who wanted to take control of Iran. The Ayatollah ended up taking control in a coup, and the Shah and his family had to escape. That gave fundamentalist Islam a foothold in the Middle East. Since that point, Iran, and then the counterweight to Iran from the late 70s until When did we take out Saddam Hussein? Is that 2001, 2003, something like that? So for that 20 years, 20 years, Iran was counterbalanced by Saddam Hussein in Iraq. So they had this power struggle between them that kept them kind of at each other's throat rather than Iran and the fundamentalist Islamic State spreading their tentacles around the Middle East. Mission accomplished. We took out Saddam Hussein. That threw everything off kilter. And then it just kind of spread like a cancer around the Middle East. Fallen state, we had the Arab Spring, where all of these secular strongmen, Mubarak, what's his face, Gaddafi, around the Middle East started to fall, and in their place, the Muslim Brotherhood started rising up and taking control of governments and weapons and tanks. And so basically, we failed in the late 70s. And ever since then, we've been trying to clean up Jimmy Carter's mess. That's why you're in the Middle East. Bianca Fights the Zombies. Have you ever read that book about Ross Perot and his team trying to break out some team members from the prison over there? I didn't read the book about it, but I remember the reports about it because I voted for Ross Perot twice, Bianca. He was my man. He was my crazy billionaire. I wanted to be president. And finally, I have Donald Trump. He's my Ross Perot. Woohoo! All right, let's see. Where are we? This is weird. The way I have this computer set up now just doesn't make a lot of sense. YouTube. Do I have to mute that again? Nope, I don't. All right, good. Why is theater mode mini player?
Gosh, that's so much.
All right. All right. All right. Also, the US dollar is propped up by Saudi Arabia, the so-called petrodollar. Yes, and that is a problem because China and Russia, I believe, are stopping. See, the petrodollar, the US greenback, has been the world standard for currency because that is what gasoline and oil, not gasoline, that's what oil has been traded with around the world as the standardized currency for oil. China and Russia recently have decided, we don't need to use the petro. We don't need to use the American greenback. So theoretically, I suppose, that is going to weaken the value of the dollar on the worldwide market. Should be interesting to see what happens. No one, nowhere. This will definitely move some comics. Hey, no one, if you got a question regarding comics, hit me, baby, one more time. But I'm just answering questions in the chat. Fan Edition had me on tonight, Mike. It's only a matter of time until I get to the pro show. Mwahaha, Gary, I will have my revenge. Oh, Mecha McCheese. What is your you've got some sesame seeds in your teeth about Gary for some reason. Bianca says, I was hoping one of his two sons would run in 2024, not Ivanka. Do you not think that Vice President Pence is going to run? Heart of the Hero, you're going to need a couple of palate cleansers if you have all these EVSJW people on my Crypto. It says live on Wenger's channel. Wenger, are you saying Wenger is live now? You're not. Really? I kind of want to go look. I'm going to go see. Wenger. Is it just, it's not just Wenger, is it? I don't know what Wenger's, anybody know what Wenger's channel is? I haven't got a clue. What was his first name? Honestly, that was the first time I'd ever talked to him. In fact, I only said like when he jumped on, I was like, "Hey, Wenger, how you doing?" He's all, "I'm all right." And then I'm like, "All right, we're gonna go live, and we'll just introduce us there." And that was all Matthew Wenger. Wow, there's a bunch of Matthew Wengers. Who knew? The artist Matthew Wenger? I don't see anything with more than a handful of videos. Oh, well. Please do research before a guest. Well, I know, generally speaking, that's sage advice. That is sage advice. But I could always kick him. I could kick him. He's not live. Okay. Pence will probably run and lose in 2024, but 2028 could see Trump's son's run. Why do you think he would lose? If anything, I think this will be a replay of 1988. All right. We'll get Pence in just like we got Bush Sr. in, but Pence isn't a corrupt. I don't want to bash Bush Sr. too much. Pence doesn't have nothing. Research is boring. That is correct. Prideful people can go straight to hell, says Mobile Tiger Home. Well, a lot of us are going straight to hell, aren't we? I don't know if he's going to run. He doesn't have the same support that Trump has. That's true. He does not. But you never know. Demographics is destiny. Trump is going to be the last Republican president. I don't know. I think it's possible we are making a sea change. If everybody is doing well because we've got such a great economy, people vote their billfolds, right? They don't all vote based on identity politics. The left does, but the Mexican influence on the vote will turn America blue. I don't know. I'm hoping there's some way we can get the Mexicans, the illegal Mexicans, back to Mexico, right? I don't understand. Well, I do understand. It's the drug war. It's the drug cartels. It's the corruption. I understand people leaving Mexico, but if somehow we or they could straighten out their government, get rid of the drug cartels, Mexico's awesome. I mean, I wish I wasn't afraid to go there because I'm 20 minutes away and I'd love to be able to go there and feel safe. Freaking take my kids down to Rosarito or Ensenada, freaking go to a hotel and get, cheap steaks and lobsters for them because I can't eat lobster. But Mexico's great. Except for the whole murdering drug cartels thing. So if somehow we could fix that problem and build Mexico's economy, honestly, it wouldn't just be Mexicans moving back to Mexico. It would be a lot of Americans moving to Mexico because it's so much cheaper. The climate is, it's practically San Diego climate. I'm not the whole thing, but man, it's such a waste that it's so destroyed by all that corruption. Kryto Comics said he was going to dox someone in Portland live on Wenger's channel. There is video. Ask Crypto Comics yourself. He's a doxer. Crypto, care to explain? Dr. Venkman says for $4.99. OMG, I'm like so triggered by Mike that I'm sending this super chat. LOL. Keep sending money, boys. Make CG proud. Rodwell says I'd rather move to Mexico than Canada. Wow, that's a toss-up, isn't it? No, that's P Money and everybody in Canada. But You guys are socialists up there. Do you want to deal with the socialists or the drug cartels? It's really a toss. Mike, it wasn't Iran. It was Iranian PMU generals based in Iraq. Oh, really? I'm waiting for crypto. Oh, Pan isn't even in Portland. He's in Vernonia. I never even heard of that. Yeah. And crypto was threatened, I do believe. Crypto, if you want to just tell the whole story, go ahead. We're all about disclosure here. Ray Thulu says, I've got a boatload of Aztec Olmec blood in me, and you couldn't pay me enough to spend time in Mexico. Okay, but Ray, seriously, if it wasn't for all the corruption and the drug cartels beheading people and the kidnappings and the murders and the pollution, pollution.
They have such bad pollution sometimes that you can't go in the ocean.
Oh, that's true. And the really bad drainage and the using fecal matter to fertilize their vegetables. If it wasn't for all that really disgusting medieval stuff, wouldn't it be nice to live in Mexico? The climate's great. It's a little like Mad Max. Yeah. P Money says, I'm not a socialist, Mike. You know that Trudeau drives me bonkers. I know, but that's what I'm saying. You have to live. Well, yeah. Who am I to speak? I live in California, so it probably wouldn't be much of a change. Oh, are they on the Jack Show, which should be about fun and merriment? Are they really just doing part 3 from today's Pylon Mike video? I mean, come on. Soleimani was one of the worst terrorists out there. Yeah. Yeah, if not for that laundry list of hell, then maybe. I know. Gosh darn it. Link crypto so he can say his side. Matt Wenger is pretty cool. Crypto. Do you want to come on and tell your side of that story? All I hear on the Jack Show is Mike this and Mike that. Wah, wah. Oh, is that what is driving Anna nuts? She doesn't want to freaking listen to it? That poor girl. She's just getting caught in the middle of all this malarkey. After the issue is resolved. Mike. All right. He never doxed anyone. Vimri says, you can come to Chile. We are on a civil war to implant a socialist constitution. I'm going to go ahead and pass. No offense. Didn't the president designate the cartels as terrorist organizations? I seem to remember something like that. Honestly, I have not been paying enough attention to politics. I need to. Chris Stanley, you're wasting time chatting that here. You should go to the Jack Show and tell them there. Corporations fund drug cartels in Mexico. It's damned nation. It's a damned nation. I'll tell you. They really know how to screw that up. D loves all things. Mike, I'll tell you what I saw. Mike, have me on your channel. I'll tell you what I saw. What are you talking about?
2,400 accounts if possible because we have 3 industry stations.
Oh, Lorenzo says a prosecutor found enough evidence of alleged cyberstalking to put Pan on trial. Well, let's see how that pans out. Sorry, I know. Hi, thank you for stream question about comic and storytelling. Have you yet noticed a paradigm shift in storytelling yet? and art to a more traditional. I prefer more traditional storytelling, Michael. I don't know if that's, I don't know. The general market may or may not be heading in the other direction, but I'm more of a traditional. So, Mr. Dead in his pocket. Hello, sir. Hello. You guys got all your comics, right? I mean, geez Louise, they should have been there the day after I sent them. When my mom was a little girl in the 50s, the peso and dollar were even. Mexico was a different world back then. Socialism took hold in the 60s and everything went to hell. Yeah, I remember like pesos being worthless. And then didn't the president or something like just knock off a couple zeros recently? Didn't that happen? I'm right? That was Mexico, right? Can you imagine if you had $1 and then suddenly the government's like, okay, we'll just knock a couple zeros off. That's a penny now. You're like, wait, what? What? Psalms 2, right, Everett? I know. You don't need to pay attention to politics. It messes with my high blood pressure. Yeah. Victor says, I went from hating Wenger, thinking he was a dumb Bubba Gump gimmick, to now being a devout follower. Man, that guy is good. Victor, you change your mind very quickly based on very little information. Joseph just noticed the Reagan shirt. Mr. Dead in his pocket gave me this shirt. Oh, that's Venezuela? Is it? Is that they did that? Snipe Cecil when? Why? Am I going to hold a talent competition? Maybe someday. Not now. Gotta say, I'm a sucker for a well-timed topical pun. Allern, Jack showed just now, we want everyone to buy comics. Mike couldn't do that. Yeah, that one tweet crossed the line, yet War Campaign can do no wrong. Dildos are fun. Yeah, it's such a blindness to hypocrisy. It's a little ridiculous. Yep. Edwin, I tossed a block on him for a bit after he said he used the N-word on his channel. Oh, really? Where did he say he was from again? Oh, Tennessee. That happened in Mexico in the 90s. They dropped 2 zeros. This is how socialists fix their money problems. They just skip that decimal point a little over to the left. Barry Merritt says Mexico, Italy, Argentina, Venezuela, etc. all devalued their currency. I don't think Italy did. I was in Italy in 1997, and the lira was crazy. It was like thousands of lira to the dollar, if I remember correctly. But it was not. It was shortly after that Europe moved to the euro, and then now Italy uses the euro. So I don't think they needed to do that. Right. 1,000+ people watched the stream on the Jack Show. Well, good for them. It's ridiculous that so many people eat it up. CG was once full of people that could think for themselves. I know. It reminds me of the end of Gladiator.
I think you're only
There was a dream that was Rome once.
I have to see this. You need help digging it up.
There was a dream that was CG once. No Kelsey, no Jack, right? $1 is equal to 33,475 Venezuelan bolivars. That's why Bitcoin is doing very well in Venezuela. By the way, very well in Venezuela. Yeah, my friend Teodoro Gonzalez escaped from Venezuela a couple years ago, right before Venezuela got locked down by the travel ban. Michael says, here's an example of what I'm talking about when I mean traditional. Amazon Seer Remind by Jason Brubaker. Well, I don't know. I don't really want to look it up. I know Jason's artwork. I've had Jason on the show. But do you mean sort of like comic booky, like cartoonish? Because Jason's art is more cartoonish than mine is. He looked right into the camera on that one. EVS is a narcissistic sociopath. It's all been documented. He has a pattern of acting out like a controlling, overbearing, scorned woman. John T. I'll do the EVS. Yeah. Captain Hiltz agreed. That's why I don't take sides. What do you want me to do? Look at 100 tweets and decide who to support? Too much work for very little reward when I can just buy all the comics. There you go. There you go. EVS is like Mark Wade and Renfamous. He's projecting. High Point. Thank you, High Point. I think you're new here. Please subscribe. Feel free to subscribe, ladies and Germinators. So was for those of you who are watching on the Jack Show, was he just flipping out when I was actually telling the truth about what happened? I know he tends to not like it when I actually tell the truth about things. That's kind of where our whole problem was. Crypto says, good times, folks. Nice to see Wenger being his friendly, casual self. Hope you can all have a great night. Join over 1,000 other comics fans. Sub to my channel at YouTube, Crypto Comics. There you go. What did Asuka say? What did Asuka say? Someone's saying, come on, Asuka. But unfortunately, I don't get all of the chats on the side. You know what I'm going to do? Invite. Copy to clipboard. Let me pop this in for a couple people. The thing is, I know Adam Friendon has the link. And I know there's people who don't want to be on with Adam Friendon. So it's a little worried about just dropping the link wherever. Star Wars DNQ. We did not do DNQ. No, we did not. Oh, Mr. Kirby. Ah, shoot. I gotta get JJ back on here. JJ Kirby. Who was here? Who liked having JJ on? Who wants me to actively try to get JJ on more regularly? Because it's a little bit of work tracking down JJ. And it's, you know. Oh, zing. They were saying you posted a 3-part expose on EVS for no reason. It wasn't an expose. Mobile, maybe you don't know what happened. So Nick Rekieta hosted a debate between Ethan and Doug, right? And it was like, I don't know, an hour and a half long debate. And they brought me up like 24 times. Both of them using me as a bludgeon on the other, right? Well, Mike this, Mike that, Mike that. So it was like a debate about me. And I'm like, well, both of these guys got to tell their perspective. So I started a video series where I EFAP'd that. right? And I did it in 3 because I had to stop and have lunch and blah blah blah. So I started at the beginning of the video very clearly saying, look, everyone is the hero of their own story. Doug's the hero of his own story. He's telling his story from his perspective. Ethan is the hero of his own story. He's telling this story from his perspective. They brought me up so much, it's like I was there, but I wasn't there. So here is my perspective. And I went through and I EFAP'd it like Ethan EFAPs me all the time. And after I was done, Ethan said I was dead to him, because how dare I stand up and give my perspective when he's already given the perspective that matters, which is his own. Mr. Deadman's Pocket said, Mike just gave his opinion about a situation among 2 friends. Only one took it like a man. And that would be Doug, who, and I can't quote him directly. I probably could. But he said, I don't agree with you, but I'm willing to listen to your perspective. That's how friends, that's how men deal with disagreement. And then you have people who crawl up into a little ball and say, oh my gosh, you made my wife cry. Which, I don't want to make anybody's wife cry. But if you're going to be like, you're dead to me because you told your opinion and it disagrees with mine, then whatever. In Ethan's story, Captain Ahab is the hero. Then EVSJW's beard cried. D Loves All Things says, it's sad to see you burn your bridges. Hey, look, if I can't just tell my side of a story without it being considered burning a bridge, then whoever it is I'm burning that bridge with, that was a very, very tentative bridge. I didn't burn a bridge with Doug. He, like I said, he took it like a man. I disagree with you, but I will consider your perspective. That would have been a great way for Ethan to respond to me. But, as High Point says, EVS clearly dislikes you, Mike, and for no good reason, really. It's why I don't trust the guy. I think Doug was sticking up for you. Well, weirdly, yeah, maybe. Asuka says that's literally all that happened. I know, and it's been blown up into this, Mike stabbed me in the back, boo-hoo-hoo. No, I did not. I just told my perspective. EVS will never admit he's wrong. Obviously. EFAP, every frame you pause. It's where you microanalyze a movie scene. Yes. Yeah, I said that word in front of my daughter the other day. She's like, I'm like, I think you're taking that the wrong way. And then my wife's like, what is that? I'm like, do you know what fapping is? She's like, no. Well, okay, my wife doesn't sound like that. But I'm like, it's a sound effect in Japanese comics when people are doing something. And she's like, oh. Vemri says, I saw your 3 videos and I think you were right. Thank you, Vemri. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, Edwin, you have the link, by the way. If anyone has any questions, all right, here, if you guys are here from Ethan's and you've heard his side of the story about what a horrible degenerate dude I was for daring to stand up and contradict him, it's called EVS versus Doug. It's on my channel. Please go watch them and come to your own conclusion. More information, the better. I am an open book. Like I said earlier, people always come in here and trying to accuse me of lying. And then I'm like, show me the receipts. Show me a clip from Twitter. Show me or a screen cap from Twitter. Show me a clip from a video. Show me a lie from all of you who constantly call me a liar because your Lord and Savior Ethan Van Sciver calls me a liar. Show me something. And no one ever does because it's not there. Otherwise, you guys would see it on Twitter all the time. See, this is where Mike lied. It doesn't happen, does it? Ask yourselves, why does Ethan keep calling Mike a liar, but no one ever shows anything he's ever lied about? It's so weird. Captain Heltz, did your wife cry today over EVS's streams? Answer, no, she has a life. No, and actually she watches Ethan a lot more than I do. My daughter's like, why do you watch that? I don't want to imagine. I don't read those comics now. I've seen Ethan's history from 2009. Yeah. I thought he changed. I knew about that stuff. I knew about all the harassment. I knew about Van Sciver Town. I knew about all the dirty crap that he did with those guys. I thought he changed. He said he found God. When you find God, you repentant of the dirty crap you did. When you find God, you repent. You apologize. You change your ways. You don't just change your platform. Fuzzy Creature, I'm not sure I understand this. The Farms has been interesting. I've never even been on Kiwi Farms. The Farms really hates Tug and considers most of CG to be minor tier lol cows, with Ethan as the biggest lol cow of the bunch. Mr. Dennis Pocket, I remember when Malin once defended your religious beliefs when arguing with Scott Kurtz, but when Ethan bends the knee, everyone else has to apparently. Oh! Let me talk about that really, really quickly. So you guys, if any of you have been watching this, the Ethan Criticize Mike campaign, when Ethan, with John sitting next to him, or above him or below him, whatever, is talking about what an idiot I am for not making Monster Hunt this epic crossover event, for not making that its own Indiegogo campaign, right? Ethan's like, that is so stupid. Why would Mike not take that opportunity to make that event its own Indiegogo campaign? And Malin's over here not saying a freaking word. Malin is the reason it wasn't its own campaign. John didn't want me using his properties for their own campaign. That was 100% John's decision. And John sits there silently bobbing his head as Ethan calls me the idiot for not making it its own campaign. Brother, those guys deserve each other. Ethan surrounded himself with Christians like Mike, Doug, and Edwin, then disposed of them when they no longer served a purpose. Yeah. D loves all things. I don't know who you are. I'm not just going to randomly send somebody a link. At least I knew who Wenger was. Asuka says, now this is going to make John do a 24-hour stream. I got the DMs. Wait, do I have the DMs? Let me double check. How do you do a search in your messages? No, I'm not sure if.
Control F.
Oh my gosh, I have so many messages. Holy cow. All right, I'll check later. Send SWC revised a link. I don't know those guys. I still think all you guys are all right. Thank you, Marty Meany. Do not share DMs. No. I wasn't going to share them, Rodwell. I was just going to say that if he was going to try to contradict that story, Well, I don't see John doing that. Although he has lied about me before, so. Oh, that's a good question. Who is the next CG enemy? Let's take bets. T-Bear, Fragaboom, Malin. Won't be Frega. He's not involved enough. If Malin ever... I don't know. It's hard. If I had to put money on it... Now, I don't want to say who it is, because then if he does, I don't want to feel like I pressured him. My wife and I think someone's cracking a little. Someone's cracking a little. D loves Ethan said Mitch told him I was part of a conspiracy to interfere with the Walmart deal. I've got a string of texts from Mitch that directly refutes that. Oh, D loves it. Is that the name? D loves Ethan? Is that the name of that person? No, D loves all things. Even when Ethan was friendly with Mike, he always tried to put Mike down and rooted against his success, the whole Bitcoin thing. It's true. It's true. EVS tells ridiculously stupid lies. This is also true. If he excises Malin, then he will have nobody. I can't tell if SWC are SJWs or what. I don't listen to them. I think I watched their one stream where they totally ripped Lone Star to shreds. I watched that, and then I probably watched half of one of their other videos. They're just too vulgar for me. I'm not into that. So tangent question. I just realized I haven't seen Critias since Halloween. Is he okay? What's up with him? I think there's a computer issue with him. I'm not entirely sure what his entire thing is. So I don't know. I'll one of these days I'll get him back on. And there's no swearing in the chat. If you guys cannot abide that, then you have a second chance. That doesn't mean you get a third. Well, you might get a third, but it'll be like January 1st, 2021. Crid is okay. Updates his backers every now and then. Wanted a break. Yeah, I think the drama, all this bullcrap drama, is a little too much for Critias. I remember Critias saying the CG wars took their toll, and he was taking a break from social media. That's what I'm saying. SWC and the Hut seem to just throw grenades everywhere. There are too many factions in ComicsGate now. Is the Hut ComicsGate? Is SWC's not ComicsGate? You can't say that people who are just criticizing ComicsGate are ComicsGate unless they're in ComicsGate. It's not a faction. It's just in or out. I'm out. So I'm not a faction. I'm not the Christian faction. I'm not an anti-CG faction. I'm just out. I'm just out. There is only one faction at this point. There's only one faction. CG Raven V says out. Long live ComicsGate. SWC makes fun of CG. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. No one is blocked, Jabba the Cuck. No one is... Well, that's not true. One person is blocked. I don't remember who it is. But I've given everyone a second chance. It's a new year. It's a new decade. It's a time to give everybody a second chance. And, rules still apply here. No swearing. No being a douchebag. Douchebags will be blocked. So that's about it. You can try to push your look. You can come here and you can say whatever you want as long as you're not being a douchebag. And you can say whatever you want. If you want to be a douchebag, I don't need that on my channel. So again, everyone got a second chance. If you don't want to hear me talk about whatever I'm talking about, and you just can't help but say something douchey, then there's a little button on your computer screen or your phone that'll lead you right off of my page. So if you can't hold it in, go away. Or you're going to get blocked. Everyone except Caesar. No, Ethan's unblocked too. You see him. He's in the chat. Ethan is unblocked. Although he looks like he wants to get blocked because now he's comparing me to Hitler. So you got one warning there, Chief. You got one warning. It's like you just want to be blocked. You can't help yourself from being a douchebag. You're going to get blocked. All right. That's the deal. Ethan, I didn't threaten Mitch on the live stream. Quite the opposite. No, Mitch, I don't know. That whole thing was, people were overreacting. So, and then people who had no idea what they were talking about were overreacting. It's not ultimatums. I just don't need my freaking chat filled up with people who don't want to have a pleasant experience. This is not the place for that. Understood? It's understood, right? It's not the place for it. No, I have to post that one. Where was it? Benjamin. Oh, it's not on here. Man, sometimes freaking StreamYard sucks. Benjamin says, "You are like Hitler. You talk really bad of Latin American countries." Yeah, that's just like Hitler. You really got me there, Benjamin. You're I think you guys should arm wrestle. I love arm wrestling. I'm actually really good at it because I'm short and I'm muscular. And so I have short people have a lot less. The leverage is better because you have shorter distance and shorter bones and stuff. So people like, you might be stronger, but you have a longer bones here. It's like you have, it's a leverage thing. What sign was that? I have no idea what you're talking about. He was a vegetarian who liked dogs. Oh, Hitler. Mr. Mantis Toboggan. Mike is basically Hitler. Hitler liked Argentina. It's true. Hitler went to Argentina. I'm pretty darn sure about it. Let's see. Would you look at this hug box? Edwin, you did threaten Mitch. It's on the live stream. If you read that as a threat, then I don't know what you're talking about. Spirits Car says, "What's it like, Mike, living life thinking you're the smartest guy in the room when you believe Chinese road?" Dinosaurs. Actually, I don't believe Chinese rode dinosaurs. I believe the Chinese killed dinosaurs. Dragons. Called them dragons. Marco Polo. Read up on it. All right. We're going to have our second douchebag of the year. Bye, Jeffrey. It was nice knowing you, Jeffrey. We'll see us. We'll see you next year. Did Magellan ride a dinosaur or not? I don't think so. I don't think there's any records of that. There are, however, records of dragons in Marco Polo's writings. Very clear and very accurate, too. Ba, 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 ba. Get Ethan and Cecil on. I'd get Cecil on in a heartbeat. Ethan, nah. Mm-mm-mm. What would Cyberfrog and Lone Star do in this situation? What, you mean being on YouTube? I don't know. Did knights ride dinosaurs or just fight them? Let's see. St. George was not during medieval times. St. George was 300 AD. There's St. George and the Dragon. You know that story, right? There were records of pterodactyls, winged serpents killing sheep in England. I think as late as the medieval period. Look, dragons are in every history on Earth. Every people on Earth have dragons. Some of them have very good, accurate illustrations of what today we call dinosaurs, but just 150 years ago, we called dragons. We called them dragons. Now we call them dinosaurs. What do you want? What do you want from me? Send Cecil the link. Does Cecil want to come on? Is Cecil even in here? He's not even in here. I don't see no Cecil. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. Why does everyone keep saying Anna? Anna's not in here, is she? Annie thinks 20% of people are gay. That's because Anna watches too much TV, and TV TV has been pushing that percentage for decades. If all you did was watch TV, particularly, if all you watched was Bravo, you'd think like 50% of the population was gay. Let me see. All right. They're stream sniping again, Miller. It's all they have. Are they seriously on? And Ethan's in here? Don't you have anything more interesting to do than come here? It's got nothing to do with being a man, John. Ron John. Why is that being a man? Two can play this game, guys. It's all they have laughing at you folks. It sounds pretty sad. Anna, if you're watching this, I'm sorry you have to listen to this ridiculous childishness. All right, I am gonna highlight this. John Malin rocks $200,000 with his new variant cover for Graveyard Shift 2, $31,629. And again, as I mentioned before, Backer Tracker has this going over $70,000 as just the middle thing. The top end, it's not getting to the top end. The top end is like 200,000. Not gonna happen. But 70,000. When John was thanking Edwin today, I'm like, yeah, you should be thanking Edwin today. I mean, congratulations, man. That's great. Da, 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 da. Well done, John Malin. That is impressive. I know. I told him to do variant covers. I told him. He should have just done variant covers like me and Ethan. Ethan did 6 variant covers. His excuse for why they weren't technically variant covers today was cracking me up. Well, oh yeah, they're variant covers, but they're not, because different campaigns, and I launched them at different times, and so really it was all the same printing. It was all variant covers from the same print. You just sold them at different times. It's really, it's nothing more than that. They're all just variant covers. Variant cover inception. So yeah, John, as I was saying before, and if they're watching me, then by all means enjoy. John beat me before all of this because John didn't have any variant covers. John had one cover. I had 4 covers on 2 books. Actually, technically, I had 8 covers on the one book because I had the black and whites as well. So I had a ton of covers. So customer-wise, John sold way more than me. Pwned me, as Ethan Van Sciver points out. I was pwned because his one cover outsold, technically. I mean, dollar-wise, I had outsold him. But his one cover had beat me in buyer base, right? Just like Earthworm Gems, one cover beat the snot out of Ethan's book. Pwned! Pwned! Works both ways, Ethan.
Check out the bunker entrance.
Panono. He got panonoed. In one campaign. That is right, Rodwell Stevens. In one very limited campaign. What was it? 4 months? In like one 4-month campaign? Beat the snot out of Cyberfrog in one very short campaign. The snot. And hell, have you seen this freaking thing? It's like this big. It's like this thick. It's like 200 pounds. Oh my goodness.
Sure.
Ah.
Well, I mean, I still need to do that. Most of our floor is made of dirt, so we're just gonna beat through that.
Blade Runner says, Cecil, please join. I would love to have Cecil join over here. I would love to have Cecil come over here. Justin said, ugh, Miller. Elron says, Pone, dang, somebody tell Ethan 2009 was 10 years ago. Did they not do Pwned anymore?
Yeah.
You forgot the making of book 2, Mike. Oh, that's true. That's true. It's not like Ethan didn't have ash cans on his. Here's the stupid thing. I'm very happy for Malin. He's making money off art that people are enthusiastic about. That's a great thing. Yeah, and that is a cool cover. So, hey, honestly, guys, if you like Graveyard Shift, no reason not to. And you like Andrew Huerta's art, no reason not to. Then do check it out. Back it up. Back it up. I mean, hell, there's nothing else out right now. So much hate on this stream. Aw. I don't think so. Pwned is like Quake 2 old. Wasn't Quake 2 like 2000 and...
Yeah, it's an old term.
Like 2004 or something? You forgot the ash cans, Ethan.
Oh, wait, can you check on
I know, right? Where's my ash can, Ethan? You've been in fulfillment on this thing for like 4 freaking months. Well, 3 months probably. And I'm still waiting on my ash can. I hope it comes unbent. 1997. Oh gosh, I thought that was Quake 1. Seriously, Quake 2 came out in 97? Oliver Closeoff says, Jesus loves gay men. Jesus loves everyone, Oliver. He doesn't sit there and go, oh, well, I only love them. He loves everyone. He died for us all. All he asks is for you to repent and accept him, accept his salvation, accept his sacrifice so that you can be part of his family. Bean from Paul says, I saw Ethan crying about you for hours today. I know. Poor lonely man. Jesus, no. Anna asks why this is normal. This isn't normal, Anna. This is completely out of the ordinary for me.
Right out.
The problem was that I unblocked everybody who comes in here. See, this is what they do. This is why I had so many people blocked, because Ethan and War Campaign come in here to talk relentless crap to me in my streams every time I stream. Ethan is the head of the spear when it comes to directing people here to attack my stream.
Okay, we need lead now.
And Anna, that's the guy you're hanging out with. So it's not normal. It's because in an attempt to give everyone a second chance, I unblocked everybody New Year's Eve. I'm like, new day, new year, new decade. Everybody gets a second chance. And this is the result. So there it is. There it is. Here it goes again. What kind of deception are you inventing? You guys buying this crap that I lie all the time, and nobody ever has any freaking receipts for me lying. So put up or shut up. You know where my Twitter is. Post to Twitter. Post a screenshot. Post a freaking clip of me lying anywhere. I dare anybody. Please. Freaking put up or shut up, or stop believing EVS when he keeps saying that I lie all the time. Oh, like he did right now. Mike lies all the time. Put up or shut up. Carpetbagger. Put up or shut up. Show it. Where's the receipts? Where's my lies? Freaking hell. Ethan does not control me. I'm a grown man with a terminal degree making 6 figures. Saying EVS controls us is laughable. Why are you here, Stephen? How come you're not normally here? Why are you here right now? Mr. 6 Figures? Why are you here right now?
2 shots.
Mike lied when he said I had sock puppet accounts harassing him. I still believe that CG Yakuza was you, Ethan. It was an incredible coincidence that the moment you went and posted your, you know how you can show all of your Twitter accounts? Like, look, he's like, look, I don't have any other Twitter accounts other than this one and my other Ethan Van Sciver accounts. Remarkable coincidence that when you did that, I went to Twitter and CG Yakuza's account was completely deleted. Like, phew. So whoever CG Yakuza was just decided right when you wanted to show everybody in the world that you didn't have more than 2 Twitter accounts, that's when CG Yakuza decided to delete their account from Twitter. I believe in that kind of coincidence. Don't you? Anybody else want to buy a bridge in Brooklyn? Please. Was anybody born yesterday? Correlation is not causation. Yeah. All right. Fine. You can believe whatever you want. You can believe whatever you want. I can't prove it. I'm not lying. I'm simply not lying. Go to CG Yakuza today, because somebody before the 30 days was up forgot to re-up CG Yakuza. So CG Yakuza is no longer a valid Twitter account. You know when that started? That freaking day. Coincidence? Okay, it's either a coincidence or I'm wrong. Oh no, if it's a coincidence, I'm wrong. I really don't think I'm wrong. I'm not lying. This is just what I believe. That's different. I can't prove it. I can't say for an absolute fact. I'm saying what I believe. You know what a lie is? A lie is saying something you know to be wrong and trying to pass it off as the truth. That's the definition of a lie. Saying something you believe, I believe Shichi Yakuza was Ethan Van Sciver. That's not a lie. That's a belief. Now, if you don't understand that, then you're an idiot. Where can I get Mike's shirt? This is from Mark Dice. You can go to the Mark Dice website. That's a lie. Okay. Ethan, you're an idiot. Sorry. If you don't understand what a lie is, you're a freaking moron. If you don't like EVS, just leave him alone. He's in my chat, Danky Frankie. He's here. He came to my house to give me crap. And you want me to leave him alone? That's not how it works. You know, I can leave him alone. I could block him again. That would leave him alone. Mark Dice, Gary Shipman draws dark mice. That's true. Yeah, Mistletoe, that's correct. EVS came here. I'm not melting down. I think it's hilarious what a freaking... You're so full of crap, dude. You're such a dishonest, disingenuous freaking... You know what you are? You are a pathological liar. Pathological. You don't even know when you're lying. It just comes out of your mouth nonstop. It's really quite sad. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah, that John Kurt's great.
Gray Force says, Mike, you are too. Okay, once again, show me the receipts. Anybody who believes Ethan's lie that I'm a liar, prove it. Anything is fine. Anything is fine. Go on. Anybody got anything? I'm going to go check my Twitter. You guys go post all my lies because Ethan just said I lie. Sorry. I lie all the time. All the time. I lie. Prove it. You can't prove a negative, genius. So I'm going to Twitter now. I'm going to check my tweets and I'm going to look for all the lies. Oh, no, there's the Edwin Dildo meme. Not the dildo meme, the gay porn meme from your wonderful friends at War Campaign. No. Still don't see any receipts for lies. No, still nothing. Very strange. You'd think for a guy who lies all the time, like Ethan is lying about, there would be some evidence out there that I lie. Are you guys all just incapable of finding this broad range of evidence that I lie all the time? Is EVS really a Star Wars fan? Says Jalapeno Milk. Really? Do you think he is? Does anyone think Ethan is really a Star Wars fan? You lied when you told your live stream that I called YouTube to reverse my suspension. That's what you said. Were you lying about that? Were you lying about that to me too? I mean, at this point, I don't know. You are a pathological liar. So me repeating something you said is not me lying, Ethan. If I repeated something you said and it's not true, it's because you lied. You freaking pathological liar. Mike, you called CG a cult multiple times and then never said you attacked CG. I did not call CG a cult multiple times. I used the phrase CG and cult in one tweet when I was referring to War Campaign. John Malin took that one tweet because I challenged him. I'm like, you said I called CG a cult. You freaking prove it. Because I never did. And he took that one tweet out of context, made a video about it. That's when I lost all respect for John. Because he knew he was being 100% disingenuous when he did that. I thought that guy had more freaking class. You know, and I'm not going to say. John Malin has the receipts, Mike. He has the proof. No, he doesn't. If you watch that whole video and watch it again and again and again, it was one tweet. If you go look up the tweet, you'll see that in context, I was talking about War Campaign. And yeah, I will reiterate that. War Campaign is a cult. You said that CG was a cult in your morning walk video. Be honest, man. I did not. Did I? I don't think I did. I don't think that CG is a cult, so I don't think I would say that. Are you misinterpreting what I said? I know that what Ethan will do as he's e-fapping my videos is he will play something that I said, and then he will say something that he thinks I'm saying, but what he's really doing is projecting. That's all he does, dude. This guy projects about everything. Oh, Mike only thinks about money. No, Ethan, you only think about money. Ethan lied to his grandma. Yeah, I don't doubt it. He's a pathological liar. I feel terrible for your kids witnessing you melting down. Am I melting down?
Yeah.
All right, give me a timestamp. Give me a timestamp on when I called CG a cult.
Yeah.
How about that lying that you needed to take a break from D&Q to spend time with family and then restarted it after Malin left? Well, I actually started determining to have dinner with my family more often after that. And I have been. So it wasn't a lie. It was me. My priorities were screwed up. And so, yep. It was a good wake-up call, frankly. It was a good wake-up call. So I am kind of happy that it happened in that, because now I do deliberately. I'm like, let's have dinner together. Because we used to do it every night. Before YouTube, we had dinner every freaking night. Half of your tweets in October. What a great argument. Edwin says, at this very moment, CG is looking exactly like Scientology. Wow, dinner. Holy Goat, do you not have dinner with your family? Sorry if you don't. OMG, your arrogance is toxic. How is anything I've said arrogant? I'm praying for you, Mike. You're praying to yourself, Ethan. Mike, do you realize you justify everything to yourself to blame anyone but you on everything? Give me a specific. These generalities are really not very helpful. Someone pointed out the other day that customers don't get harassed by the War Campaign at their local comic store. Mike, this is so cringe. Well, you can all leave. Oh, Opie Dog, which face are you praying? Everyone lies. But I make it a point not to. I make it a point to tell the truth. Always. Have I been absolutely perfect about it? No. You're right. Everyone screws up. I am not a perfect man. But listen to the words. Ethan says, I lie. Mike lies. This is him, so it's not me. Mike lies all the time. All the time, Mike lies. If that was the case, don't you think there would be like constant evidence of me lying? But you all you little Ethan fanatics in the chat, all of you believe that because Ethan said so. But where's the evidence? Huh? Where's the evidence? You lied about unicorns. How dare you, Dioscoro? How dare you? Do you not see your face? Yes, I do see my face. It's very bright on this side because of the light over there. Ethan, try praying to God instead of yourself. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Rhinos are not unicorns. Literally, rhinos are unicorns. The scientific name of rhino is unicornus. It is literally a unicorn. Hannah is right. You're acting kind of Kim Kardashian diva. Oh, am I acting like a diva? Every time Mike tries to pretend this is funny to him, I die a little bit. It's not all funny. It's just what you are accusing EVS of is frankly horribly evil. I accused him of being a liar because he's accusing me of being a liar. Trust me, I have far more evidence of Ethan being a liar than anyone has of me being a liar. Malin just posted my tweets. All right, let's go to Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. Malin just posted my tweets. I don't follow Malin.
Look at my shirt.
John Malin. Okay, let's share screen, shall we? I love how it was always Edwin the Wise, Edwin the Conscience of CG, Edwin the Noble, until he disagreed with EVS. Cults can't think for themselves. Where does it say CG? I mean, other than Edwin is the conscience of CG.
No.
Right? Anyone who thinks this is thinking of CG as a cult, please don't. Anyone who thinks this is thinking of CG as a cult, please don't. Anyone who thinks this is thinking of CG as a cult, please don't. This is literally me saying, don't think of CG as a cult. How is this a receipt? Anyone? Can someone please explain to me how this, me literally saying, please don't think of CG as a cult, how is that a receipt of me saying CG is a cult? This is the level of bullcrap I've had to deal with. Unbelievable. Mike, see your previous email. previous email. I'm not looking up email right now. Why did you say the first? Why did you say the first email? I don't know what that means. Don't get Mike all night. Hit High Point says it's a cult and EVS is the cult of personality. You somehow disrespected the cult leader, and now the members are reading. Well, it's weird because between like 6 months ago and now, I really think that CG has changed. Danky Frankie says, humble myself. Humble myself before whom? What does that even mean, Danky Frankie? Please explain. I really think that at this point in time, it's quite possible that there isn't anyone left in ComicsGate who's not simply an Ethan fan. Ethan may own all of CG at this point. Which doesn't mean it's a cult. It's just because someone's a fan of Ethan wouldn't make them cultish, right? I still contend that War Campaign is cultish. Yeah. I still do. Hugo says, be humble, Mike. Ask for apologies. Okay, Hugo, I will. Ethan, please apologize. Mods are on the attack now. Bend the knee. No, CG Raven, it's not bend the knee anymore. Didn't you hear Ethan? It's kiss the ring now. It's kiss the ring now. Orders from Ethan. Kiss the ring. Is EVS blocked? I don't think so. Did somebody block EVS? I wasn't watching. I was only watching the StreamYard. Hi, Eden. Bend the knee. Never. Mike, you blocked Ethan. Just shows you have no. Did somebody block Ethan? Gosh dang it. Holy Goat was blocked. Or hidden. Cars in Depth. Greetings and salutations. Oh, he was timed out. That's not being blocked. That's just being timed out. All right. Timeout's fine. Don't block anybody unless I say so. Mike, you made a poll about leaving CG, and one of the choices you added was, I left because they become cult-like. You constantly do that. That's true, Sigfie. I did do that. I'm not hiding from that. That's not... That's because people do have that opinion. Just because... look, does anybody think I'm afraid of my own opinions? Honestly?
Yeah, that's the one.
Does anyone think that I'm unwilling to actually say what I believe? Isn't that why all of these problems with Ethan started? Because I was willing to stand up against the financial harm of saying something against the great Ethan Van Sciver and say what I actually believed. Does anyone think if I actually believed that ComicsGate was a cult, I wouldn't just freaking say it the way Doug says it, the way Edwin tends to say it? If I believed it, I would say it. So I don't understand why you all want me to have said it. Why do you want me to think that ComicsGate is a cult? What? I don't understand that. Someone explain to me. Someone, anyone, Ethan, somebody, explain to me why you want me to think that ComicsGate is a cult. Because I don't, but hey, convince me. I'm destroying my life. Shut up. There you go. See these people? There are people in the chat saying it's a cult. That's why I made it an option in the poll. Because there are people who think that. They just want to attack you. Pretty much. Lorenzo says, thanks, Mike, for standing by your principles. You got it, man. I wish more people would. I thought John had principles. But then he turns around and frickin' defames me and attacks my channel. I really liked John. That really, really upset me when he did that. Came here an hour ago for 15 seconds and War Campaign was spamming. Came here for about 5 seconds and nothing has changed. Well, someone sent them all over here. Mike, you might want to get your kids out of the room. You're being stream sniped by a bunch of deranged, unstable, mentally ill people. Not the first time. Steven says, Mike, may God bless you with everything. I wish you the best. I'm out. All right, Steven, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. It's in your Twitter account. I don't know what that means. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Mike, they have you defending something you say you didn't say. You lost. You look crazy. I just don't understand why they want me to say it. Why do you want me to say it's a cult? It's funny because it's the people in ComicsGate, primarily War Campaign, I think, who don't think it's a cult, right? I'm pretty sure they don't think they're in a cult. But for some very, very inexplicable reason, they want me to think it's a cult. Can anyone even wrap their head around that?
What about the video you did of comparing it to a cult on the cult?
That wasn't ComicsGate. That's War Campaign. I've never hidden the fact that I think War Campaign acts like a cult. Very cultish. But that's not, I've never said that was ComicsGate in general. That's War Campaign. Irritating. It's irritating. If someone wants to explain it to me, someone in ComicsGate who wants me to think that ComicsGate is a cult, but doesn't want to think they're in a cult, explain it to me. Crypto says it's the same thing now. I'm like, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I talk to people who are still ComicsGate, who are just regular middle of the road people who are not infatuated with Ethan or anything. They're just, yeah, we're still ComicsGate. So I wouldn't say it. If I did say it on accident, I recant it and I don't mean it. And I know some people do say, I mean, a bunch of people in here are saying it, but I don't believe it. And if I have said it somehow, I recant it. I know. I'm so disingenuous. I'm just the biggest liar. Ethan said so. She is. She takes after her mother.
Obviously.
Thanks for recanting, says Valnid. I just don't understand it. We're losing focus. Cecil is still fat. Hey now. You be nice to Cecil.
Oh, where are the sketch cards?
Where are the sketch cards?
Where are the sketch cards?
I don't know. I'm not going to do it now. It's 12:19. Doug Ernst is still CG. No original CGers are still CG. He'd say so. All right, you get him to say so, Vimmery. You get him to say so. You go ahead and ask him. Let's see what he says. If he does, he's the only one. Englantine's not. Edwin's not. Weaponized Nerd Rage never talks about it. Tug never freaking talks about it. Well, that's not fair. Maybe Tug does. Ernst is Bunny Team and CG 1.0. Team Bunny and CG 1.0. Yeah, that's the thing. They the original CG guys, they call Ethan's CG 2. And I didn't discover this until I went on Eglintine's stream and he started talking about CG2. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh yeah, the OG CG guys, they consider Ethan's ComicsGate a totally separate entity from the original foundation of ComicsGate. Hopefully Mike's kids will grow up. I would kick him out of the house. EVS and War Campaign Hijacked CG, says J Ice Birds and more. They stole it from consumers. That's why I call him a carpetbagger. Ethan came in and just bulldozed this movement, man. He bulldozed it. You think this is a movement about customer service and treating possible customers online well? Have you seen the way Ethan treats people on Twitter? Please. Isn't Zach still CG? Zach said CG was a dead hashtag. Ethan heard Zach. I remember this stream. Ethan heard Zach and threw a rope around him real quick. He's like, no, let me tell you why CG is still important, why you still have to say your CG. Don't say it's a dead hashtag. Wah. That was so funny. And I was CG at the time, and I was still like, whoa, Zach said it's a dead hashtag. Never buying a comic from Ethan, Malin, or anyone who wants to associate with Ethan, says High Point. Don't use your kids as a shield. A shield from what, Hugo? Hey, if you're new here, please do like and share. Hey, look, I got 116 down votes. Still counts. Please do subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Do all that fun stuff. They're hate viewing. If EVS is a carpetbagger, then what are you? Tag along. I'm a tag along. How's that? I tagged along. I didn't know what it was. Ethan invited me on. He explained to me what the principles of ComicsGate were. I wrote a freaking essay on what it meant, right? You can still go see it. It's at whatiscomicsgate.com. And that's what I believed it was. It's not that anymore. Well, I mean, okay, that's not fair. Ethan's ComicsGate is not that. Or maybe it's just that Ethan is not that. I don't know, but it's his brand. He's said it openly, loudly, and repeatedly. It's his brand. He owns it.
He said they shouldn't be on camera.
My kids shouldn't be on camera? My kids are always on camera. Welcome to my freaking channel. Deal with it. Cecil is fat but sexy. Bean from Pa says, he splashed the principles of CG to you, then proceeded to break every one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's EVS has become Mark Waid. Enjoy your house. You and your family should thank EVS every time you put your head on your pillow at night. I don't know about that. CG is about EVS and selling comics to his cult. High Point says, all right, just for the sake of civility, let's just stop using the word cult, okay? Mike Malin said you are using your kids as a shield from their intentions to insult you. Oh no.
Oh no, I'm here. I insult him way more than you guys ever could. Okay.
But anyways, I can simply block people from insulting me. It's all right. That's the thing. I gave everyone a second chance. If you want to come in here and you want to be a douchebag, then bye.
Don't hold back on my account.
Oscar said, okay. I miss the days when Renfamous and Mark Waid were the enemy instead of all the folks I disliking each other. I know. That's the thing. CG is become so uninteresting to all of those people that it's all Knives In now. No more Knives Out.
That's a good movie.
I don't have a B cup, dude. This is. You can't see it through the black shirt.
Ew. Stop that. That's weird.
She's iron bars, really.
He's the muscles. They're little. Maybe an A cup.
Someone said
I don't have gynecomastia like some people.
you don't drink enough soy. That's why.
I don't drink enough soy. How about some waters?
I got half the word. You wanna take it back?
Cecil is like jacked now. He lost like 50 pounds. Someone says.
Baloney. Really?
Insult.
Savage Cecil, are you trying to flex your jugs? Yeah, it's I used to be able to do it better when I was younger, but I haven't been on a bench in a long time. Stop eating Impossible Whoppers, Mike. I don't eat what do we eat mostly? EBS is rocking a full. I don't think he's rocking a D cup, probably. Man, Dean Cain got really fat. I've been talking to Dean Cain all day on Twitter. And not on Twitter, in DMs. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to talk about it. But she can confirm.
No, I haven't seen any of it.
I'll show it to you
literally
right now.
cannot confirm. Okay.
I'll show you. I won't show them.
Don't say no.
No, that's not it.
See? Dean. Do it. Sounds weird, Mike.
No, he's not saying what it is.
Well, yeah, I was posting the stuff for him to read.
Have you talked to him before?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're both Hoppas. I met him and I'm talked to him, and hopefully something cool will happen. That's all I'm gonna say. That's funny, Snoop Dogg. Didn't EVS trademark CG or something? Actually, that was Critias Antonio. Yeah, Barry got it. He owns the trademark for ComicsGate. Cody Drake says he wanted to grow up to be Dean Cain. Well, I will hopefully sometime in the next week. Hopefully I'll have something in terms of an announcement about Dean Cain.
Someone said, isn't Dean Cain a quarter?
Is he? I always thought he was Hoppa because he called himself a Hoppa. He calls himself a Hoppa. So,
I'm quarter person.
what is that?
What?
Magnesium. Sorry, I can't give you super chats because you don't read them.
What is this?
I've read all the super chats tonight. What are you talking about?
Just give me a hot water.
Dean and quartered. Mike, stop being a dork on the internet, or Dean Cain won't want to hang with you. Dean Cain is a quarter Japanese. Wow, he really looks like a half. I'm gonna tell him he has to stop calling himself a Hoppa. Inquisitor says, I can go on about scriptures all day, but I guess when it contradicts your way of earning money, it can be ignored. Deuteronomy 18:10-13. King James Bible online.
Hopefully this whole
Deuteronomy 18:13. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God.
Oh,
I
I'm
can't-
following that just right. No, I'm just kidding.
All I can do is try, brother. All I can do is try. Oh, 18:10-13. Oh,
What were
18:10-13.
you on?
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire. Oh, yeah. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out before thee. Okay. Or that useth divination, or an
Are
observer
you
of the times,
secretly a
or an
wizard?
enchanter. I know.
So will there be an auction tonight?
Oh, it's Friday already, huh? No,
Oh,
no
darn.
auctions this week.
No? When am I gonna make money?
You want me to do an auction this week?
No.
Maybe next week. What did Mike bail on? Is he still doing comics for his fans? If you can't leave a group without being ridiculed or mocked, it starts seeming like Scientology. EBS showed his true colors. Never thought he'd make the SJWs into truth tellers. Not another dollar to him ever. And I was a huge fan and spent big money. See, that's what I was when we had the conversation with Wenger. That was what my concern was. I was trying to flip and save a movement I was part of, and the movement, the people I was trying to convince to stop ruining the freaking movement didn't want to listen because they just wanted to keep on keeping on with their harassment and their dildo campaigns and their doxing and their bad behavior and all that stuff. They wanted to, cut off their nose to spite their face. And one is always mocked and ridiculed. Yeah. Not by everybody, just by the people who are cultish, which is generally working me. Yeah. Will there be a bullpen tonight? That's the plan, Everett Todd. That is the plan. I'll probably get Quinn back on here. I like hanging out with Quinn. Problem is with all this CG garbage, all of this argument stuff. Quinn's not involved in this stuff, and if a bunch of war campaign people are going to come in and make it uncomfortable for my guests who have nothing to do with any of this, you know what? What kind of behavior is that? Do I have to just wrench everybody up and start blocking everybody all over again because they're incapable of acting like rational adults? I mean, what are you guys, freaking 12? Actually, that's not fair. My 12-year-old, when he was 12, when he was 12, I just said, was more mature than you guys. Did you not have freaking fathers to smack you around and tell you you're being a jackass? Necromancy was a thing, says Phobic Zeno. That is interesting. I wonder what the actual Greek word is. Blue Letter Bible. Look at all you people here for a Bible study. What happened? What's going on? Deuteronomy. Where's my mouse? Deuteronomy 18. 10. Useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer. Oh, here we go. Necromancer. So the necromancer word is a Darash. A primitive. That's cool. That's a pretty cool name, actually. A primitive root properly to tread or frequent, usually to follow, for pursuit or search, by implication to seek, to ask specifically, to worship, ask, at all, care for, diligently inquire, make inquisition, necromancer, question, require, search, seek out, surely. To trample with the feet like a Syriac, to tread or beat a path, Arabic, to rub, to thresh, used figuratively, to learn to study. Let's see, where else has it been used? Darash, require, anthas. Yeah, I think that's the only place it's used as necromancer.
The next D&Q is gonna be Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli, baby. Studio Ghibli, baby. Ba, ba, ba. So I don't know. That's the English translation. I'm not sure what that exactly means. I'd probably have to do a deeper study to figure that out. Good night, Bean. It says we should not even interact with at all, even those who practice witchcraft. Ended up burning all their books, no matter the value, due to the fact that they need to serve God. So who practices witchcraft? Are you talking about Quinn? Quinn doesn't practice witchcraft. He's just writing a book about witches. It's like saying
How do you
J.K.
know he
Rowling
doesn't?
practices witchcraft. Phobic says, Mike, War Campaign isn't a cult, but some of them unfriended me after I started questioning EVS. You must not question the master. How does one talk to the dead? Is that something people want to do? Seems like a bad idea. Well, actually, in the Bible, the Witch of Endor conjured up Samuel for Saul to talk to. So I don't know how that worked. Crazy. Didn't EVS say Wrecked Planet campaign starts next month? When the books from his first campaign still aren't fulfilled. Bought mine in May 2018. No books. He's going to start another campaign. Well, I think he's kind of Indiegogo's golden child, so they let him do whatever he wants without being like, you haven't fulfilled that other one yet. They don't do that for everybody.
We got 2-5 junk curry.
High Point says Mike doesn't do gay ops and tells his fans to go and harass other creators. Yeah, I don't do that. Oh, that's nice. Captain Helts. Where is that over here? A couple of fans on Cecil's channel just admitted to Van Sciver they're over this BS and out. You can't.
Get gas related.
I don't know. What if it would have been so great if all of this just had never happened? You know, it would have been great. Fiction doesn't get more Christian than the Chronicles of Narnia. Magic and witchcraft there. That's true. Why are the Ewoks in the Bible? Well, I believe Anakin. Huh? All right. I believe the name Anakin is in the Bible as well. Let me do a real quick check. It's either that or it's just a very, very close pronunciation. Oh, no, maybe it's the Anakim. Yeah, I know there's Anakim. Yeah. So maybe Anakin is just a variation on Anakin or Anakim. You never know. You never know. Lucas stole a lot of stuff from the Bible or from Dune. I know that Anakim are in there. That is correct. They are there. I always forget, are the Ewoks from Endor or are they from the Forest Moon of Endor? It's the Forest Moon of Endor. The Forest Moon of Endor. The SS Minnow. The SS Minnow. What is now? Oh. Please don't cut me. Yeah. J Icebirds. EVS. I love Mike Butt. Proceeds to trash Mike. How many CG fanatics fell for that? It's not CG fanatics. Again, I know CG people who are not huge. All right, let's do it. Eden got a new calendar. Cat Wars.
And on the inside, it's cardboard.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. I thought EVS reaction to you doing the videos about his debate with Doug was ridiculous. I thought you were quite fair in your assessment. The guy can't take criticism at all. And again, I implore everyone who hasn't already seen those videos, who has bought this story that it was some sort of a hit piece on Ethan, to go watch them and judge for yourself. And then decide, has Ethan sold you a lie about what a horrible human being I am? Or was I, as Smotlock just said, being fair in my assessment? Please, more information is better. Don't just take someone else's word. Let me hold it up. Eden wants me to show you the Jedi cats for some reason. So,
It's text.
oh, there's text. I'm not the mouse you're looking for. Ha ha ha.
Cute, right?
That's adorable. Anna made a small critique about Cyberfrog, and his sycophants went after her hard. I know. Take it. You know what? I made the Purina run in less than 12 parsecs.
You're cute.
Very, very, very adorable. Be blessed and good night. All right, Tony Rios, thank you. Hope you have subscribed if you haven't already. It's
Draken wanted you to look at some tweet or something.
Dragon wanted me to look at a tweet. Check out the tweet I tagged you in. Dragon. Oh. Yeah, but it's all blank stuff. What's so funny? I got it, Dragon.
See what October is. Going down a cat. Yeah.
Yep, she's a cat person. Yeah, we've got cats. I love my cat. Actually, I'm starting to warm up to Gigi. She's not crazy anymore.
She's a normal cat now.
Crazy.
She's almost a crazy. She's almost a normal cat now. She was nuts when we got her. I don't know if it was separation anxiety from the previous family she lived with. Maybe not say that on stream.
Or maybe she just didn't like. She wasn't happy because they had a lot of other cats as well, and she hates other cats.
I don't know. I'm gonna just go with separation anxiety because she was just crazy. She was crazy. This cat was just.
I think it's because she's inbred.
And she is inbred. But she ain't no Max. I'll tell you that right now. You said you used to kind of look up to E a couple minutes ago.
Gigi bite your face and she doesn't want you to fight her.
I remember talking to a Victor back in April 2019. Just didn't know if you were the same Victor. No biggie, just curious. Oh, you're talking to Victor. I'm like, me? No. I've never looked up to Ethan. Lorenzo says, all Anna was Ethan had focused on Cyberfrog's backstory and left her wanting more, so the EVS JWs flipped out. That's old news. That's old news. You can get on a lower gear and get back with Ethan. Mike. Victor, I have no desire to ever get back with Ethan. I really wish you would get that through your head. Kind of hard to reference what each of you both said. Martin, what are you talking about? Oh, the problem, Mike, is both you and EVS videos have gotten so freaking long. Well, I do. That's why I try to keep cross examinations to an hour. I try to keep Nerds of the Round Table to an hour. Drawn and Quartered is 2.5 hours usually. Friday night bullpen I try to keep to around 3 hours. God Squad is 1 hour, and then random streams. Yeah, random streams will go however long. How long is this? 2 hours, 2.5 hours now. I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. But yeah. Max is my guy. I own the famous cat chair and cat bear pics. I will frame them one day and display them proudly. Caw, caw. What up, Mike? What up, King Crow? Caw. It's the call of the deep doo-doo bird.
Mike, does this mean if it came to a choice between getting back with Ethan and moving to Canada, you'd be my neighbor? Is that
Oh,
no answer?
Canada. Na, 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 na.
He's Canadian now.
EBS is Snake. No way you should make up with that guy. I mean, he's a pathological liar. I'm not going to take that back. Freaking dude lies all the time. And then projects that onto me, saying that I lie all the time. I think if anyone's been watching at all, by this point you should understand or know that no one has offered any proof that I have lied about anything. Even John Malin posting that stuff just proves the point that he was full of crap when he called me, said that I... So... He didn't show us another. Why you gotta do that? You need receipts on Twitter. Yeah, right. I don't delete. Well, okay. There was a time I was like, all right, I'm just done. I'm not going to talk about this stuff anymore. And I went and I deleted all my CG and EVS stuff. I just want to be clear of it. What does it say?
Your cat-like abilities, one might say, are
unnatural. Oh. Move to Wyoming, cheap and sort of warmish. Rebel Comics and Gaming says, "Hail, Mike. Hail." Or in my vernacular, hello. Hello. Again, guys, if you're new here or you haven't been here for a while, please subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. If you want to catch another private stream like we had today, we had a members only stream today that lasted like 2.5 hours. That was fun. We got to stream snipe me being crap talked on Ethan's channel. Mike Miller for 2020 CG president. No. I have dubbed King John Malin the king of ComicsGate, and I will not relent. If you want to pledge fealty to ComicsGate, you must kiss the ring of John Malin. I think Ethan is funny and pretty good artist, but I wouldn't want to be the guy's friend. The recent streams dogging Mike really rubbed me the wrong way. Smotlock, I agree. I think Ethan is a genuinely funny person. Gosh, genuinely funny, just not genuine. No, Nerd Wonder is president. How did Nerd Wonder become president? 116 dislikes. I have 123 on my thing. Let me refresh this. 124.
keep them coming.
Keep them coming, baby. Victor, I gotta give up on you, man. You're living in some fantasy world where nothing matters. Victor the Ripper. I don't know what you're talking about. Jack Show just ended. Did it? EVS is definitely funny. He has a good sense of humor most of the time. He is. I mean, honestly, that is the sad thing about this whole thing is we had a great chemistry together. We made a good team. I think Bianca pointed that out on a stream. Captain Hill says, choke out some Lone Star. Yes, please do. And yeah, do sign up for Quinn's new graphic novel, Tadia. Quinn is the guy on Ideas of Ice and Fire. He's going to be producing a comic book coming up next year, and the story's really solid. He's a really good writer, so just trying to put together a good art team for him, and please do check that out. Exactly, Mike, you really did. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I did what? Oh, we made a good team. Yeah. Yep. It's unfortunate. He chose the dildo campaign. There was a phenomenal team there, no doubt. Too bad he couldn't stay in his lane. Well, it's too bad he couldn't think more about the movement itself. Right? My whole thing about that, I'm just regurgitating stuff now. I don't know. That's not my thing. Just, it's funny because my wife was talking about it. She's like, there's people and they go on. It's kind of a psychological technique where you repeat stuff over and over again so that your audience will like really nail it down. I'm like, I feel like my audience gets bored hearing me say the same thing over and over again. What? Wait, a dildo meme? Why are you leaning onto my chair? You're driving me nuts. Phobic has his own reasons. The reason I started questioning EVS was because he said people shouldn't criticize poorly made CG books such as stealing Solo. If you complain, you are a scab in his eyes. Jeff admitted to the problems with stealing Solo. It's not like they're not obvious problems, and Jeff admitted to them, right? And Jeff said he wanted to make it right. So I take Jeff at his word. I didn't criticize him for it because he said he was going to fix it. Whatever. EVS's show was hilarious when everyone didn't kiss his butt. Now everyone stays safe. It's true. I call it a golden muzzle. People have their golden muzzles on. They don't want to ruffle the feathers of the guy who would do what he did to me. Right? I was a warning. I was the warning shot. You ruffle the feathers. Look what you did to Mike. And that was Mike. Ethan spent more time on my stream probably than on anybody else's outside of his own. I'm not religious, so I'm not that into cross-examinations, but I don't think you're a boring guy. Oh, thank you, Fenrir Fire. I'm not as exciting and action-packed and thrilled as whatever some of the other guys. I don't know. I don't feel like I can be on like 4 cups of coffee all the time and doing the give Ian a chair. Where's the little bendy chair? Is it broken? I wouldn't go on his show now. I wish CG 2.0 had bothered to build the infrastructure Ethan promised running his mouth. Been out of the loop. Any update on ship date for Lone Star? Also, you see our trailer for our upcoming Star Wars sequel trilogy documentary. No, I didn't, Echo Based Network. Update. I just updated it today, actually. Everything's done except for the coloring and the lettering. So those are... lettering's not in process yet. I'm going to wait until I'm a little closer to the end of coloring to get the lettering done. But yeah, should be soon. And I'm printing in Canada. So rather than waiting 6 weeks for the printer to get my books back and then waiting another week in customs, rather than waiting for 2 months, I should be able to get my books in 2 weeks. So as soon as I'm like, go to the printer, 2 weeks, we're off to the races, and I will be in fulfillment. So not long, Echo Base Network. And no, let me open another tab to your go-to channel. Echo Base Networks, Star Wars sequel trilogy. I'm going to go ahead and copy that since you did give me a super chat. I'm going to just post that right here in the chat. Everybody go open that app, bookmark it so you could watch it after I end this show, which should be pretty soon. You updated? Did you send email updates? No, I updated on the campaign. What? No, where's your BB gun? Wait, can you do that on YouTube?
How do they tell?
Eden painted her BB gun. Go get your BB gun.
Why would you do that?
Mike's more chill streams are more fun than EVS punching down 9 out of 10 times. Oh, thank you. Don't do it. So here, let's just do she painted this all in acrylic.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
It matches my apron.
it matches her apron. It's the same thing on the other side. Yeah, that kitty. Yeah, totally legal. Eden will shoot her eye out. So 15 people. What does that mean? So 15 people. Mike, put the BB gun in your mouth. YouTube loves. We watched that. What was that one with Rusty Cage? The suicide.
The
The Hangman's Noose video.
Learn how to tie.
Oh my goodness. I gotta get Rusty on here. Maybe let me bug him about Friday night. I'll do it later. Let's see if he wants to come on for Friday night bullpen. Take a look at the DM I sent you the other night. Dragon, I read it. I haven't had a chance to respond to you yet. But I will. And if I don't, bug me again, and I will. Little Oakley Eden. She's got your artistic talent, Mike. No, she doesn't. She's got her own.
Talent isn't real.
Okay, we're going to give the talent versus skill speech again. When you say someone is so talented,
That's very
it's you don't really know what you're talking about. Because talent, and this is my definition, talent is the measure of how adept you are at picking up a skill, right? So when you're looking at someone's completed work, what you are seeing is not how long it took them to develop the skill. It's not how long it took them to make whatever it is you're looking at. What you're seeing is the skill that they've accumulated to build that thing. Now, a talented person can pick up skills very quickly. So, like, I could pick up a brush and learn how to brush. She's not as talented as... So I could learn how to do a new technique with the brush and pick it up maybe like in a couple hours or something. Someone else may be able to pick it up in a couple minutes. Someone else might take literally months.
What you're really trying to compliment is someone's skill, how
That's
much
right.
work they've put into being that
That's
good,
right. So you should
and
say,
the result of it.
wow, Eden, you're very skilled.
Thank you.
Dedication is different than talent. That is correct. I have a friend I always use as a example, but I won't say his name, who's not talented at all. It takes him a very long time to pick up skills, but he is dedicated, he is tenacious, and he's a professional working artist.
Where does that come out to?
I'll tell you later.
2%?
But nobody knows that. Anybody looking at his work, they would be like, wow, you are so talented. And he'd be like, you know how long it took me to learn this? Nah, he wouldn't say that. He'd be,
I like this.
he's very...
Oops. Where'd it go?
Comment. You can't just touch things. You
Okay,
can't
that's
just...
probably the most
Oh,
useful
dang
part.
it. You can't just touch things. All right.
I like this one.
Eden is very skilled. I'm sure she will surpass you. Well, I hope she does. I hope she does. I haven't.
I hope I make a lot of money so that I have to pay, so I can pay for you. Isn't that it?
No,
Too bad. you're not
I'm
giving
never
a
going to
cent.
retire. Don't talk about Gary that way, says Comics Legend. It's not Gary. It's not Gary. That's a good definition. Thank you, Frankie. And again, everyone, please do subscribe if you have not already. I would appreciate it. Didn't this flare up again as a response to Mike's walking stream? If someone says something about you and you respond, it isn't punching down. I wish Mike and EVS would leave each other alone, says Thank you, Frankie. Well, that's the thing, is like I say something for, I don't know, it's not like my whole stream was about it. And Ethan does 3.5 hours worth of EFAP on it. Eden. No.
You said Ethan.
Ethan.
You said Ethan.
Ethan. Eden should finish peace over your breakdowns and sign your name. Instant fame. That is why I don't compliment anyone.
Smash the like button, or apparently the unlike button. It helps Mike either way.
It does. It does. Eden's got skills and talent. That's true. That's true. I think we do have a talented family here, but they all haven't developed the skills. Yeah, Isaac, I'm looking at you.
Probably better than adults. Well,
You're certain adults. That is not the litmus test. Isaac and Micah do not draw enough to develop their skills.
Okay,
Oh,
but I'll
Smotlock
be
just
drawing
bought
for
Lone Star
fun.
1 and 2. Thank you, Smotlock. I very much appreciate that. Which covers did you get? I should have unliked instead of liking it. Unliked. But someone can both be talented and skilled, so it's still a compliment, or am I wrong? I mean, it's still a compliment. It's kind of just a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, because when you say someone's talented, you don't actually know that they're talented.
Yeah, it's
I'll-
more
I'll,
of
like-
it's just sort of a factual thing. And I know I'm kind of pedantic about it, but
I mean, it's a nice thing to say.
It is a nice thing
either
to say.
way. It is.
I was about to turn that time you got.
I'm sure they can play the crap out of some video game. Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna put that there. Awkward. My Lone Star 2 I bought is Ethan's cover. That's fine, P Money. Jeez. I still want that CG Alliance cover. It's like a piece of history now. You know what? I think I only have I don't think I have any left. The ones, the few that I have, like I think 7. And I think those are all already sold through this campaign. So when I start fulfilling, those are already. Where did I put them? I think they're over there. You'll probably be able to get them pretty cheap on eBay right now because of all of this malarkey. You know, people are like, Mike, meh. So they're trying to get rid of my stuff. So you probably get it pretty cheap on eBay. Probably, if it's available. Thank you, Frankie says, I think he'll leave you alone in the future. He might. I'd rather support you than get it on eBay. How much money you got? Because I still have the slabbed ones. I think I have I think I have a few of the slabbed ones. I think. But those are pricey. Too late. I'm going to bed. Love to eat Mike and Eden and those awesome boys back there. All right. Good night, P Money. I don't like slab comics. I'm buying them to read. LOL. All right, Smotlock. Well, talk to me after fulfillment because we'll see how many. It's crazy because I swear I thought I had another box of them, but I went and I looked through my inventory and I don't. So I'm really hoping I have enough to fulfill. Otherwise, I'm going to be refunding people $100 a pop. I get it though. Dedication will get many further than talent. Yeah. Oddly, I didn't overprint by. Well, I don't want to start bagging on someone else's business practices, which I find abhorrent. That would be mean. Sweet dreams, my beautiful angel, says Victor to P1. Anyways, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's 1 o'clock. Why are you guys still up?
Why do you act like that's a surprise?
I know. Supplies. All right, guys, thanks for being here. God bless you all. I will be here tomorrow morning for cross-examinations. For those who are interested, usually we don't get into the Bible until about 20 minutes in anyway. So if you just want to come, drop in, listen to me shoot the crap, and then you can bounce when I start talking about Psalm 3. We'll be talking Psalm 3 tomorrow.
Decided what you're going to do for your growth group.
And I have to decide what I'm going to do for my growth group. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night. God bless. Be well. I got to turn this comment thing off. Carrie and JJ, please make it happen. Yes. I need to make that happen. Anyways, peace out.
Boy, that escalated quickly.